Welcome to Today I Work On. Today we're going to go over how I install the Govee outdoor wall mount lights. So they come in a 2-pack. I bought these back months ago, but it's time to finish up the outside of the house since the birds are chirping and it's really nice outside. So let's see what's in the box. I have not opened up these boxes. As you can see, they're dusty, and this is what we have. We have a couple of cards, which I never use, and they look pretty modern. They're very clean looking. They go in my house with all the rectangles and the squares. Let's look at the back. We have 2 little connections plus the ground, and that's basically how it looks in the back. Let's see what we have for the mounting. It's a very simple mounting bracket. It gets mounted to the side. There's like 2 little screws on each side. Let's take a look right there. Boom. Those are the 2 screws. So it is pretty straightforward. Let's mount it up on the box. Right now, this is a new construction, so I'm going to wire this up real fast, and then we're going to mount the brackets. So the first thing I'll do is you stick all the lines through the middle of the hole, and then you have, I would say, the ground. It says ground on here. Keep that straight, and then I have the 2 screws here. I'm going to pull those out. Don't lose them, or you have to get more machine screws. And we're going to attach the plate like so. So 1 plate, 2 plate, and then make sure it's level, which is not that big of a deal. I'm going to go in the middle right there. That's about right. Not too tight. Right about there. That's pretty good. That looks really nice. Now the next part of this is I'm going to wire this up. So ground to ground, black to black, white to white. So let me wire this up, and then we'll attach the actual Govee light. So you do have a ground screw here. I am not going to I'm going to use the ground on the actual device itself, because I don't need to, since there's a ground wire on the Govee light, I'm not going to use it. Now we have the actual light, and we have the pigtails right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up. So I usually always go, also I want to show you, there's the little screws right here. Not too big. They're tiny. But I already stuffed my wires into the box so I can pull them in easier. And I'm not using the screws that attach, because this is a multiple run setup. And I'm going to go ground to ground, and then we'll go white to white. I always go ground to ground first, because that wire always, I'll go back to black since it's in my hand. That's the wire that always holds up my fixture. Little pro trick. And then we go white to white. Now what you're going to do is you're going to stuff your wires into the box. Now this is a very nice setup here, since it's new construction, and I set this up the way I wanted to. So I have all the room in the world. If you do have it's called a pan box, you got to be a little bit careful. Now I'm going to stuff these wires in, and then I'm going to put this. Oh, actually, you know what? There's a little thing that hangs. You just drop it down. That's actually really nice. Wow. So you don't have to hold anything. That's actually really impressive. And now the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to use these little screws. I'm going to screw it in so it stays. Just, nice. There's a little washer on it, a little rubber washer. Nothing crazy. Don't tighten up too much. And that's it. So let's turn it on and see what happens. Now we're going to have to go to the app and put it into all the other Govee lights, but let's see what happens. Whoa, look at that. That is bright. That is a very bright light. All right, let me get my wife here to program this. I add the plus to see what happens. Oh, new nearby device. We put in a password, it's connected. Now it's actually successfully connected. That's how easy it is. Outdoor wall light, we're going to rename it to, I guess, 2-car garage. So that's a new group. So we're going to create a new group. But you can see how straightforward it is. I mean, that is the extent of this install. So let's recap the video. You can check out some of the features it has on the app. So what is that one called? Ripple. What's that one? Fire. That's really cool. How about do the Firefly? Aurora, huh?
That's Firefly. It just shows a little.
Look at that. It's just like a firefly, like lighting up at night.
Intermittently.
That is so crazy. Oh, wow.
Rainbow.
It is. How bright is that?
And it's daytime.
I mean, it's daytime. It's on white siding, and it is
There's so many. There's
bright.
Christmas. There's Christmas.
Christmas.
Red and green. Look at it.
Red and green for Christmas.
You're not videoing.
I'm videoing. So I'm impressed by it. Let me recap this video. Well, let's see what the lights look like. Ooh. I guess they're still on. Easter. All right, let's recap the lights and everything that they do. But they do look very cool. I wanted to show you the recap on how it looks at night. They're kind of in sync. We still have to mess with the app. We're kind of new with the app. Right now we have the auto run on, so like at sunset they turn on and then sunrise they turn off. And I think right now, I think my wife might have put it to Mother's Day since Easter's over. But that's how it looks. I'm super impressed with Govee. As you can see also in my kids' bedrooms, that is also Govee with Wi-Fi. These lights are on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so you could mess around with both settings. But the Wi-Fi is nice because you could be not home and you can take care of it. So that's a wrap on the Govee wall mount lights. If you like this video, please like it. I have a lot of Govee lights going in. I got the whole strings going on. This house is going to be lit, literally. So thanks for watching, and if you like all these videos, please subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.